Hi, boys and girls. Today is science. We have learned so much about plants. What are plants? The life cycle of those plants. I'm so excited because we're still learning about life science, life, living things. Another living thing is plants, but another living things are animals. We're going to be now following the unit on animals. Everything we know about animals. Love this unit just as much as I love plants and every other unit. Silly. So I'm going to show you today about how are plants and animals alike. Let's just brainstorm. How are plants and animals alike? So Tucker, what do you think? Why are plants and animals alike? Tucker, why do you think? Well, first, they're both living. I heard somebody say living. Yes, they're both living. They need food. They need nutrients. They need sunlight. Like we need sunlight. They need sunlight. And they reproduce, means they make more of them. Dogs can make more of dogs, cats, all squirrels. Squirrel. No, he's not doing it. So we have learned that plants and animals are living things. And so that's how they are alike. They both need food. So let's watch this. What animals need? We are going to be doing this unit on Ed, what plant animals need. And you're going to watch a Generation Genius right after this about what animals need. You know how much you love Generation Genius. You get to watch that right after this. So let's show you a little virtual lesson that you are able to go. Let's see. And remember, what animals need? They need food. It's similar to what plants need. Have you seen, let's listen to it. Well, let me see something, guys. All right, share computer. Share.
Ever seen butterflies? They look so gentle when they fly. Their wings are so large, it makes their body seem very small. Have you ever thought about what butterflies need to live and grow? Think about it for a while, and then tap the glowing circles to find out a little more about these animals.
So, what do you think it needs? I hear food. All right, let's see what else. What is this?
Have you ever seen a butterfly in the winter? It depends on where you live and how warm it is. In winter, butterflies fly south. They change their home to find new shelter. That's because they need warm weather to live. I have seen butterflies and other insects hanging from flowers. Flowers have nectar, a type of food, inside them. A lot of insects and even some small birds drink this for energy.
They need shelter. They need food. And they drink nectar. Can you say nectar?
Welcome to the lesson, What do animals need? You will learn in this lesson about the things animals need to live and grow. The vocabulary words for this lesson are food, air, water, and shelter. Click each word to learn more about it.
Well, let's go over it. Food. It's something they need to eat. You need food to survive. Your body needs food to grow. It needs for healthy, to make yourself healthy. That's what the animals need. If you don't have food, your body just can't move. Your body can't survive. Air. We all need air. We've learned that the leaves give us oxygen, helps us breathe. They need water. We need water. Better job to say. Plants need water. They need water to give them energy too, and shelter. It's a place like our houses are shelter. Shelter. We need. Remember those ones need. We need shelter from a storm, from weather, to keep us safe. And that's what they need. And we're going to be learning about animals' needs.
Where are the animals? What can you see? Well, there are butterflies and birds. And can you see the rabbit? These are just some of the animals living in this meadow. Did you know that all of these animals have something in common? They all need things to help them survive. Can you think what these might be? What do you need to live?
Hey, what do you need to live? Water, air, shelter, food, iPad. No, not iPads. Think about it. What do you need to survive?
Every day you eat meals, breathe in fresh air, drink water, and go home to rest. Did you know that all animals need food, air, water, and shelter to live?
Just
Let's
like
take a
us.
look at some animals and the places they live and discover more about their needs. This is a savanna. It might look dry, but the grass and the leaves are food for animals. Food is something animals must have to live. Food is an animal need. This jaguar lives in a place where there is plenty of food it can hunt. Like the other animals, it needs food, air, water, and shelter. These are things all animals need. This deer is eating its dinner. It lives in a forest with lots of fresh grass to eat, air to breathe, and streams to drink from. When it needs to find shelter, it can go under the trees. Do you see the fish living here? They have needs just like animals on the land. They need water to drink and food to eat. I wonder what these fish eat.
I wonder too.
Did you know that even though this desert is really dry, there are lots of animals that can find things to eat, water to drink, and places to find shelter?
And another thing for shelter for all these animals, they live in maybe different areas, cactus, deserts, in grasslands, in the forest. Um, those are called habitats. Habitats is somewhere where a group of animals live in that type of environment of where it is. A habitat, those animals that live in the desert might not survive in the ocean. So they live in those certain areas because that's where they live. Shelter, their homes, is where they live. What do they live in? Where do they go to take shelter, safety? So those are different things. You're going to be learning back and forth, habitat, shelters. We're going to be learning about different habitats too. Just listening to like the ocean, Arctic, because like a polar bear can't live in the rainforest, right? So there's certain animals live in different habitats. But a bear in a forest lives in a den. A polar bear might live in a den too. I actually don't know. But they're different habitats, but they might have the same shelter. I hope that we'll keep learning about that. So they're a little different.
Brr! It sure looks cold. This Arctic fox has all the same needs as other animals. It needs food to eat, water to drink, air to breathe, and shelter from the cold and wind.
Different animals. But I've learned from all these different animals that we just read, they are from different habitats. They might look different, but they all need the same thing.
This deer is eating its dinner. It lives in a forest with lots of fresh grass to eat, air to breathe, and streams to drink from. When it needs to find shelter, it can go under the trees.
Their home is sleeping under the trees. All right, let's go because I think that's what it is. All right.
Different animals have different kinds of shelters.
Oh.
Take a look at these pictures. Which animal do you see in its shelter?
Do you think he's in his shelter or in his habitat area? I don't see a place that he is hiding, keeping safe. He looks like he's in a land, I don't see a place that he's hiding or keeping safe away from predators, maybe. I don't see an area. I think he's in his habitat or the ocean, but I don't see he's in maybe coral or under sand or different things. This bird is in a nest. A nest is their home. Very good. I heard you, Quinn. You're like, nest is their home. Nice job. So do you think this is the right one? Put a thumbs up if you think. I think so too.
That's it. Birds live in a nest. Did you know that birds build their own shelters?
Yeah.
Can you think of another animal that does this? The bird shelter is a nest. A bird builds its own shelter.
Anybody else know another animal that builds its own shelter? I think of something right away. A beaver, right? Do they build dams? Yeah, I think those are its shelter too.
Every animal needs shelter. See if you can pair up the animals with their shelters in this game.
Okay. Ooh, it looks like something colorful. I think it goes in the ocean. So what do you think the shelter is there? Henry, it goes in the ocean. This looks like it's where they can hide in it. Henry, you're like, yes, a fish. Okay, let's see which one is a fish. Let's try this one. Oh, that's not right. All right, let's click another one. Ooh, a squirrel. Oh, Tucker pops up. You see how Tucker pops up? This squirrel, where do you think it lives? I think in a tree. Was this a tree? Let's see if that's the right one. It had a hole in the tree. Let's see. I think that's his shelter, his home. We got it right. All right, let's click this one right here. Ooh, where do you think his home is? Maybe in, I don't know what his shelter is. Like, where does he go when he's sleeping maybe, or when he somewhere safe? I think maybe like grasslands. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's the fish though, Henry. You're like, there's the fish. So here's the fish. We know it's right here, right? This is a memory game. He lives in this. We got it right. Okay, let's see this one. Ooh, a bird. They live in a tree, but they live in a nest. That's their home. Wait a second. This is a cave. Do you think that lives in the cave? I think so. We got it right. All right, let's see. There's the nest, and here's the bird. We did it.
Great job.
That was fun.
You found shelter for each animal. This penguin is feeding her young. It is important that the young penguins get enough food, air, water, and shelter so that they can grow up to be healthy adults. How do you think the mother penguin gets her food? Drag and match the jigsaw pieces to see the type of food penguins eat.
Let's see. Who's been doing puzzles? I always do the edges first. Oh, that doesn't go. Maybe that goes there. No, there we go.
Penguins go fishing. They dive into the sea and chase fish, catching them with their beaks. How do you get your food?
We do that, right? We can go into the water with our mouths and go. Now we go to, how do you get your food? Mostly go to the grocery stores, or we go to restaurants, or you can fish with a fishing rod and get fish. But most of the time we go to the grocery store and get our food, and then maybe mommy and daddy make it, or even if you guys can help out and make it. Guys, if you wanted to play this, do this at, do the jigsaw and do this again, I will put it in Ed, your friend, ED, under assignments. Do you remember that? And you can click it and you can play around with it if you're more than welcome to do this after this.
Remember that animals find places to live where they are safe and can find enough to eat. A chipmunk likes to dig.
Okay,
It eats nuts and seeds.
Mm.
Which of these places would be the best place for a chipmunk to live? Click your answer.
Yeah, they live in a house, lighthouse. No, they live in the water. No, they don't swim. Oh, look at the nuts right there, and it looks like a ground where you can dig.
That's correct. Since a chipmunk likes to dig, it would be happy near the ground. Nuts and seeds fall from plants, so the chipmunk would find food on the ground, too. A burrow is the best shelter for a chipmunk.
A burrow, cool.
You've learned a lot about habitats. Before we finish, let's take a quick look at the main points you've covered. All animals need food and water to eat and drink. All animals need air to breathe. Animals find shelter. This is their home. Shelters can be a nest, a hole in the ground, or even a house. Now that you've finished this lesson, if you wish, you can go back and review any part of the lesson again.
Awesome job, boys and girls. Remember, if you want to go back, you want to go here, you click on Ed on your Clever page right here, and you go under assignments. Under assignments, right here, that word assignments, you get to go and it will click you right to here on what do animals need. Then you could go and listen to this again. But right now, you are going to do a Generation Genius on animals' needs. We knew that they need water, they need food, right, Tucker? They need shelter, and they need air. We need those things too. All right, guys, watch the Generation Genius. And if you want to go there, I will assign this to you guys and you can go on Ed, your friend. You are more than welcome to learn more about what animals need and re-watch that because it's a great little